everybody and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, we have another festive video for you this evening. I am very sorry about the aircon noise straight off the bat. I know it's going to irritate some of you, but unfortunately it was 40+ degrees here where I am today in Australia, and I waited as long as possible to film this video, but it is still extremely hot and muggy. And I did try to start the video off without it, but I was way too hot and I was red and flustered and the makeup was starting to come off, so I had to turn it on. So I'm very sorry. As you can see here, I attempted the candy cane eyeliner look. I'm really happy with it. It is not perfect. The eyeliner is cracking. I did it with the NYX liquid liners. It's not perfect, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. I was inspired for this video by the beautiful Shen XO in New Zealand. She recently uploaded this look, so I am by no means taking credit for it, and I know she is by no means taking credit for it. There are so many looks like this up on Pinterest, so I am taking my inspiration from her and various other looks online, and I really hope you enjoy my interpretation of it. And yeah, so if you would like to see how I did it, and that almost every person with any sort of makeup at their disposal can do this look, then please keep on watching. So starting off with primer, I am just going to use one of my new discoveries this year, which was the BYS Vitamin E and Chamomile Extract Primer. I really like this primer. It is just a very moisturizing light primer. The next thing that I'm going to do is actually put a really fine layer of powder over my face. I have done this in the last couple of tutorials that I have filmed, purely because it actually helps to keep your makeup staying in put longer, or keeping it matte longer, and it sort of helps your foundation to go on just a little bit smoother. And it just means that when it is really hot and muggy and sweaty and blech, your makeup can just stay on so much nicer and so much longer. So I like to use really fine powders when I do this. So the one I'm going to use is just the BYS HD Micro Finish Powder. I don't really know if you can use a lot of other powders. I just use really finely milled powders for this. So as you can see, it is just super finely milled. It is not a really chunky powder at all, and all I do is just take it there on the brush and just sort of sweep it over the face and brush it in really lightly. I don't pack it on at all. This isn't about adding coverage or anything like that. It is just about putting a really fine layer over the skin, and it sort of helps to almost set down your primer and helps to just activate all the ingredients in your primer and just makes the primer work a lot better. So now that I have done that layer, I'm going to move on with the foundation, and the foundation that I'm going to use for this one is just the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous. This is another one of my absolute favorites for 2017. I love this foundation. I have used it over and over again on my channel. I just love it. The coverage is beautiful. The finish that it gives is lovely. It lasts really well on my skin, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So I'm just going to dot it around the face and then just bounce it in. And you should be able to see here too that I don't have any trouble at all blending this in. It won't get hanky and it won't have any trouble going in over the top of that powder. Okay, I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna have to turn on the aircon. It is so hot and muggy in here. I can't do it without it. I'm starting to go really red and I'm just going to melt if I don't put it on. So I'm really sorry if the humming bugs you, but there is nothing I can do. Okay, I'm really sorry about the humming guys. I will try to speed up as much of the video as I can, but if I don't put on the aircon, I'm just going to die. So moving on with concealer. The concealer I'm going to use for this look is just the Rimmel Wake Me Up Concealer. Again, I love it. This is just in shade 10 Ivory, and I don't really have a lot of blemishes as such to cover up, so I'm just going to run this one underneath the eyes just to brighten it up a little bit. Okay, and then I'm just going to set the rest of my face with that same BYS Micro Finish setting powder stuff. So to bronze up the face, I'm just going to take the Essence Contour Face Kit thing, and I'm just going to take it on a Zoeva contour brush. And I'm not going to contour extremely heavily, mainly because a lot of the redness out of my chest is just coming because I'm actually quite hot, not because it's actually my skin tone. So I don't really want to over contour it, because then when I cool down, it's just going to look a little bit silly. Now I realize I have just put on all of my powder, but I am going to highlight over the top of it. There is a little bit of method to my madness, mainly because I find that it actually keeps the cream product on a little bit longer. You may not like to do it this way, that's your prerogative. The cream product that I'm going to use is the Tanya Burr Cosmetics, I don't know, liquid strobing highlighter thing, and it is in the shade Beaming. So I am just going to take a little dab of that and just dab it along the top of my cheekbone. Put it along there. I don't know if the light is going to pick it up or not, but I like to put it along there and then put a powder on over the top of it. You could just wear it by itself. It is actually really quite pretty by itself. I quite like it, but I do like to put a powdered highlighter on over the top. So the one that I'm going to go for, purely out of convenience because I have it here on the table, is one of the ones out of the NYX Beauty School Dropout palette. And I think I'm just going to go for the pink shade here. Now I don't have a brush, like a highlight brush with me, so I'm just going to go in with my finger again and just sort of sweep it on over the top, just like that. So I've just got like a little bit of a gentle glow, and then the same on the other side. Now I am well aware that I have not put on any blush. The main reason for that is just me personally. Whenever I get very hot, I get very, very flushed cheeks. So particularly in summer, there really is not much point in me putting any blush on because it gets very hot and I get very flushed and very rosy cheeks. So there really isn't much point, essentially. Now I'm going to move straight on and do my eyebrows. Surprisingly, I'm not going to use the Essence eyebrow gel. That is one of my favorite products of 2017, but I'm going to instead use the OXX Cosmetic powder, eyebrow powder, and then I'm going to go in with the Essence Make Me Brow instead. So I am still sort of sticking with Essence. But I'm going to just go ahead now. I will speed it up again just so you don't have the whir of the aircon. But yeah, so I'm going to do that, and then we will cut to doing the exciting bit, which is the candy cane eyeliner. Okay, so I hope that angle does not scare the crap out of you, because it scares the crap out of me. So, oh You can really see my stash. Anyway, okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is just quickly run a shade over my eyelid. I am just going to take the middle shade out of the e.l.f. contour kit, which is supposed to be like the highlighting kit, and I'm really just going to very quickly just brush it over my eyelid. It's not a great highlighting shade, but I actually really like it just for a plain lid shade. So I'm just going to dust it all over the lid, going right up to the brow bone, just to give us a little bit of a base. So what I'm going to do is just run a very basic crease color, nothing fancy. I'm not going to do any sort of fancy shading, anything like that. If you want to go really fancy, you can, you know, do whatever you desire. I'm going to just leave it really nice and basic, and just to give my crease just a tiny little bit of definition. So just on that same brush that I used for the lid shade, I'm just going to take one of the brown shades out of the NYX palette, and I'm just going to, because I have hooded eyelids, I'm going to put it a little bit above my natural crease. So I'm sort of going to create a new crease with it, and I'm just going to very lightly run it into the crease. So this is probably a little bit warmer than what I would have actually wanted to go for, but that's okay. As I said, that was probably a little bit warmer than what I would have originally intended to go there, but we'll deal with it. So I'm going to jump straight on into the Candy Cane eyeliner. I have picked up both the NYX Vivid Bright eyeliner in Vivid Fire, and also just their white eyeliner. They do have it in sort of like a green, but it was a little bit too vibrant. It wasn't a real Christmassy green, so I didn't pick it up. So I'm just going to do a green and red Candy Cane. And I also have the Essence Liquid Ink eyeliner in black, because I want to do sort of like an outline of the Candy Cane. And so that's what we're going to do. I'm also going to actually set the white eyeliner down, because I have played with this before and it does crack a little bit. So out of that NYX palette, there is a white shadow that I am going to use just to set the eyeliner down before I put the red over the top of it, just so it can actually have a chance to set down, and hopefully it won't crack or crease. So without any further ado, I'm just going to get straight on into it. Okay, so there is one white wing. I have no idea how I'm going to do the other one. I actually kind of like the white wing liner. Oh God. Okay. Going in for the second wing. There is the two wings. I think they look okay. I don't know how I feel about white eyeliner on me though. I don't know if I love it or hate it. I'm not sure. I'm now going to go in and attempt to do a stripy candy cane pattern. So this is where we either make or completely fuck it up. Okay, all right, we have a tip, we have a tip. Okay, so that is one eye. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm not really that ambidextrous, so I don't know how I'm gonna go doing this with my left hand. Oh, Jesus, take the wheel. That's not half bad, you know. I'm not upset. I'm not upset. I do think it does need the black outline, so I am going to try and do that. Again, this is where we could either really save it or really fuck it up. So if I completely stuff this up, please enjoy it now for what it looks like. Yeah, I've lost trying to record this bit. I think I'm gonna have to get closer to the mirror, so sorry. Okay, so there is the black outline. As I said, I'm sorry, there was just no way I was gonna be able to get that into frame. I had to get so much closer to the mirror. I am actually quite happy with it. I think I managed to get it a lot better than what I ever thought I was going to get it to do. So I'm just going to disappear to do my lashes and I will be back in a second. The lashes are on, the mascara is done, and the last thing for me to do is just to add a little bit of lipstick. So I'm going to go with a knockoff. I really like this one. This isn't specifically knocking off, well, like it's knocking off the brand that you all know, but I don't think it's actually knocking off a particular shade. It is a, well, it could be, I don't bloody know. It's basically a, it's like that shade there. It's sort of like a metallic red. I just really, really like the shade. So I'm going to put it on. The only thing I have left to do is sort of spray, I've got makeup everywhere. Spray some finishing spray. So I'm gonna quickly do that. I'm just using the NYX matte finishing spray. Oh, so refreshing. Okay, so that now wraps it up for this video. I am really, really happy with how this turns out. I think it actually looks really nice from a distance. If you look at it too close, you can see that the liner is sort of cracking a little bit. I think if you wanted to do this look for yourself, the NYX liners will get the job done for you in a pinch. I have heard some of the more expensive eyeliners are probably a little bit better quality and probably don't crack, so they're probably a little bit more better for you. I believe the Makeup Forever ones are probably a lot better quality. I believe even there's an Illamasqua one as well. I haven't given those ones a go, so I can't actually tell you if they're any good, but I have just seen people talk about them like on Twitter and things like that. So either way though, I actually don't think you can tell, like I don't think you can tell at the moment on camera that the NYX liners are cracking. Probably if I came a little bit closer, you may be able to tell, but I think from where you are right now, I actually don't think you can see that the eyeliner is cracking a little bit. I think setting it with the eyeshadow definitely did help, as opposed to just letting the eyeliner sort of fend for itself. But I'm really happy with how this turned out. I definitely would wear this on Christmas Day as something a little bit festive, and I probably would pair it with my Christmas tree hair that I did the other day. It is certainly very festive and over the top, but it depends on how festive you want to go this season. But either way, if you did like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not already, and a very Merry Christmas to you and yours. And I will see you in the new year. And yeah, I think I still have a couple of videos actually coming for 2017, so yeah, maybe not see you in the new year just yet, but I will see you very soon either way. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye.